Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Bugrock of the Week. Today we're going to be checking out the weirdest, strangest, and most interesting bugs in the 1.16 Nether update for the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to Bedrock edition bugs, and the Nether update has not disappointed. There's a lot of very strange, mysterious, just kind of like, what bugs? So let's hop into it. We got a lot of weird things to check out in today's episode. So as always, there are bug report links for everything that we talk about down in the description of the video. If you have experienced any of these bugs in your world, then of course, go down to the description, upvote that bug report, add some additional information to it if you have any, and that will help the developers get these bugs fixed in future updates. So first up in today's video, we have yet another, yes, another villager trading bug and glitch for the 1.16 update. If you're not aware, I've actually already made a tutorial and another Bugrock completely focused on how you can take full advantage of the intended game mechanics and the unintended bugs and glitches with villagers. Trading with villagers is the absolute best thing to do in 1.16. Forget the Nether, villagers is what you want to be doing. Anyway, the bug I'm about to show you allows you to get any item for free from a villager. Yeah, that's right. So this bug actually exploits a little mechanic that you've probably noticed if you interact with villagers. Whenever you hold an item that they want, they will then hold up an item that they're willing to trade you for the thing that you're holding. So for example, if we hold an emerald, you can see that all these guys are holding up their enchanted books or whatever we can buy for an emerald. For example, you know, their enchanted books, the glass, the bookshelves, and this actually goes for anything on the left side of the menu. So we could hold up coal, emeralds, iron, flint, diamonds, and they would hold up whatever is on the right side for a trade. So that is the basis of how this works. So basically, whatever item you want to get, hold up the item that they want for that item. So for this demo, I'm going to use a librarian villager, and then we're just going to hold up an emerald, and this one does have an enchantment book. So what you want to do is basically swap from the emerald directly to a sword. I find that looting 3 typically works pretty well, and simply put, you want to kill them because they'll drop whatever item they're holding. So you literally get items for free. As you can see, we just got fire protection 4 completely for free. Obviously, do not go around killing your villagers in your villager trading hall. The only real time you would want to use this is for a bad villager that you no longer want, but you can get some last minute free items out of them as you're murdering their face. So this bug actually allows them to drop multiple different items as well. Basically, however many items they're willing to trade you is how many they'll drop. So he wants, you know, 1 emerald for 10 bricks. We're going to hold up 1 emerald and then kill the guy, and he should drop 10 bricks. And that is as straightforward as that. It's not a 100% thing. I'm not sure why it doesn't work every time, but as you can see, that guy just dropped 10 bricks. So it's not limited to just a single item either. You can get a whole bunch of items just from one murdering. And that's quite the sentence, isn't it? This might be useful for some particular speed runs, and it might just be a fun thing to do for your unwanted villagers. But there you go, yet another villager bug in the 1.16 update, and I find this one to be particularly hilarious. Our next bug isn't from 1.16, and it's not a fun bug. However, it's definitely worth covering still because it is a pretty high priority bug. So whenever you're standing on top of a shulker box and you open that shulker box, you can actually crash other people's games if you're playing on a multiplayer world. Now, typically this only affects players that are like right around you, and I do think it has actually gotten worse in 1.16. I've heard a lot of people saying that they're crashing just from people jumping on top of shulker boxes. So we don't usually like cover crashes in Bugrock because they're always like a high priority thing and usually getting fixed very fast by Mojang. However, this has been around for quite a few updates at this point, and it really needs to go because I would like to stand on top of my shulker boxes and open them. You go up and down, it's really fun, and I don't want to be crashing people because that is rude. And next up, we got a double bug for you. So, campfires on Bedrock Edition do not do the correct amount of damage. We can summon in some zombies, and you'll notice one very specific thing. All of these guys die at the exact same time. It takes a while for them to die, apparently. Yes, there we go. As you can see, they all die at one time. Now, that is not how it should be. The magma block should do the least amount of damage, and then the campfire should do slightly more, and then the soul campfire should do double damage of the normal campfire. So we can actually go over to Java Edition and test this out really quickly over here as well. So we have the exact same setup over here. Magma block, normal campfire, soul campfire. You'll notice that this guy dies first, and then that guy dies, and then the next guy dies over here. So campfires do just the complete amount of wrong damage on Bedrock Edition. It just completely messed up in every way. And also a little bit of a disparity is that campfires are not stackable on a Bedrock Edition. As you can see over here on Java, we can get stacks upon stacks of these things, and they're quite beautiful. You can't do that on Bedrock Edition. They're non-stackable, which is a really sad thing. I interrupt this episode to say, if you've gotten to this point in the video and you haven't considered subscribing yet, then please do consider that. I release one of these episodes every single week. We're about to start covering the beta versions of Bedrock Edition as well. I got a few other giant bugs to show you guys in future episodes, and I also release a bunch of tutorials and Let's Plays on this channel too that you might be interested in. So yeah, if you're enjoying today's video, then consider subscribing so you don't miss future ones. So our next bug has to do with bells. If you ring them, it doesn't say subscribe to Jacksepticeye. Anyway, so if you shoot these things with a bow, you'll notice that it rings the bell, but where's the arrow at? Surely the arrow should be like right here. Well, actually, the arrows are all the way over there. And this happens like any direction that you shoot the bell from. As you can see, yeah, it's just like they end up over there with a lot of power too. And it just so happens that this works with multi-shot, which is really quite the fun thing. So me being me, I had some fun with this, and I decided to see if you could triple ricochet these things. So I set up an entire room, and if we just shoot this wall over here, we'll miss every single bell. But yeah, we can shoot 3 bells at once. And you'll notice that these things go directly through me, directly through those bells, directly through the wall, and end up in the armor stands behind us. So you can actually shoot through walls using this bug. As you can see, we are hitting those armor stands over there. We're like knocking them out and breaking them. It's really quite fun. Of course, you can use this with a bow as well. It's a little bit difficult to aim at them, as you can see. But you can indeed hit the armor stands. You can shoot through walls very, very easily. So that should be enough bells. That should be enough dispensers. And this is going to be very, very loud. But yeah, as you can see, you can perfectly shoot through walls. All of the arrows kind of end up in the same area. So it's actually pretty reliable as well. So if you set this up using harming 2 arrows, you can actually like completely bombard your enemies. Harming 2 arrows are super powerful and basically cut through all armor instantly. So you can really do a lot of damage with this. Now keep in mind, this is going to be very, very laggy because of course a lot of the arrows don't actually hit the bells, so they just end up piling up. And it does get rather laggy with all of these entities. But it's something that you can do. Those of you who like PvP and traps, you can easily set up some quite invisible traps using this. I am interested to see what you guys come up with. But wait, there's more. It even happens with items as well. As you can see, if we drop these on here, they just straight up go flying. So there's some interesting usages in this for storage system and item transportation called bell launching. Basically, bells are very, very angry. Do not hit bells with anything because they hit back way harder than you hit them. Yeah. Also, you can really do some fun stuff with this because the arrows pretty much always land a reliable distance away. So if we shoot that one right here from over here, you'll see that it pretty much always lands in relatively the same spot if we draw back the bow all the way. And there's more even. If you get your aim perfectly right, you can make one item basically bounce right off of everything else, and that causes some very quick bell activations for the most annoying sound machines that you can really get. Oh, it's so stupid. I love bells so much. By the way, if you want a bunch of bells, I have a couple villager videos on how to exploit villager trades. So you can really get a lot of these for very cheap, very easily. And now we got a couple of quickies. This one is kind of debatable whether it's a bug or not, but basically if you waterlog yourself a composter either by placing it inside of a water source like that or by crouching on it, all of the water pours out of the sides. Now you could argue that the water should stay in there because of the walls of the composter. However, this is Bedrock Edition and that's not like a rule that's set in stone. And you can't really compare this to Java Edition either because composters aren't even waterloggable on Java. So you could consider this a bug, or maybe it's just a weird Bedrock quirk. One more quickie bug for you. Snow golems will always die in the Nether even if they have fire resistance applied to them. So yeah, as you can see, these guys always gonna die. And now we can actually move over to Java Edition and test this out over here as well. As you can see, we got some snow golems. These guys have fire resistance. They ain't dying in the Nether. Now, the easiest way to do this is to use a lingering potion, splash the area, and then summon them, and then they won't really take that much damage. I don't know why you would want to do this, but it's a thing that you can't do on Bedrock Edition. And a quick little bonus for you, whenever you pick up an anvil in your inventory, a part of it unrenders. You see the little line on the edge of it? Yeah, that unrenders, so now you can see the inventory behind the anvil. And of course, this is one of the most important bugs we have ever covered on Bedrock Edition in the Bugrock of the Week series. As you can see, it's game breaking. I mean, look at this. How is anyone supposed to ever use an anvil now? It's ridiculous. So those are the weird, quirky, strange, interesting, and fun bugs of the 1.16 Nether update. I'll probably have a part 2 to this video because there's just so many other bugs to talk about. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. Of course, make sure to upvote the bug report links down in the description of the video. And if you have any bugs that you would like me to cover, then you can include them in the comment section down below as well. Make sure to start your comment off with a little bug. That way I know that you got a bug for me. And of course, if you did enjoy today's video, then make sure to leave a like. It significantly helps out the video and the channel a ton. If you're new here, then of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And I'll see you in the next one. And in the comment section, thank you for watching. And then there was silence.